Now oh, I just stuck my nail in there. Oh. Hello, hi. Welcome to today's video. I'm Mo, and I have some eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath that I want to share with you. I have Pat McGrath's newest palette. This is the Mothership Star Wars Dark Galaxy palette. I also picked up the lipstick. She did have these available in a bundle, so I took full advantage of that. I also did pick up the other one and the other lipsticks, so make sure you're subscribed because I will be doing dedicated videos to this palette as well. But for today, we're going to be focusing on these goodies, and we'll do some swatches. I want to create 2 different looks, and then let's see how everything performs. So, come on, let's get started. So I'm also going to be using Michele Wang's collaboration with Esum brushes. I'm going to be using these for the first time today. I always use natural hair brushes, usually by Sonia G or Wayne Goss, but today I want to try these out. So here's a true star of the show. This is Pat McGrath's collaboration with Star Wars. This is her Mothership eyeshadow palette in Dark Galaxy. And if you are familiar with Pat McGrath 6 pans, she usually does the packaging a little bit different. So really quick comparison. This is her older packaging, I want to say. And here they are side by side. This one definitely is a little tiny bit thinner, but it's not, anything to write home about. But that's pretty much the difference. You're not getting this little closure where you have to flip, and this one is just straight to the point. Flip her open. Here's your mirror. There are your shadows. Have at it. The old packaging is very original, very Pat McGrath, but the new one is very nice as well. You do get the nice display of the artwork just the same. But that's just kind of like the difference if you were curious. So you do get a nice size mirror, and you do also get the little plastic protector with the shadow names. And here are the shadows. So for this palette, I do believe that there is only one shadow that is already available, and that would be Smoked Amethyst. And that is from her Mothership Submersive. And that is right here, Smoked Amethyst. So that is the only existing shadow, to my knowledge, correct me if I am wrong, in this palette. There is only one matte shadow in this particular palette. Everybody else is nice and sparkly and shimmery and beautiful. Let's go ahead and swatch these, and then we'll jump into the demo. They're so pretty. Oh yeah. Swatched really, really beautifully. They do feel like, Pat's standard, amazing, creamy formula, very pigmented. So I'm excited to see what looks we can create. And like I mentioned before, I do have the other palette and the coordinating lipstick, so keep an eye out for that video. It will be coming up next. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my usual eyeshadow primer. This is the one from Marc Jacobs. It's the Undercover Perfecting Coconut Eye Primer. I will say the mirror that comes in this palette is really good quality. We're using Michele Wang's collaboration with Esum. So I'm going to take the G35. Alright, see, this is where I wish the names were on the actual shades. But let's go into Venomous Void. And I'm going to apply that in my crease and my outer V. Well, that blended nice and easy. I believe this shade is called Saturnalia. Saturnalia. This one here. And this is the W21. Oh, wow. That is a beautiful shade. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm just going back into the shade we used, the brush we used before. I'm going to take that same brush and just flip it to the other side. And I want to go into this shade, Bronzed Nebula. Such a cute name. I'm just going back into that first shade, Venomous Void. I will say, so far with these brushes, I really love the way they feel. They have a very sturdy, structured, strong quality feel to these brushes, and the bristles are very, very soft. And again, these are all natural hair. I think there was only one, this one, that was synthetic, and we're actually going to use this one now. I'm going into that smoked amethyst with the T05, and this is the only of the brush set that is synthetic. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. And I'm going to stop about there because I want to put another color on more of the inner portion. And I'm going to use that same brush, just going to turn it around. And I'm going to go into Odyssey. With the W36 brush, I'm going to go into Venomous Void, that shade we used in the crease and outer V, and just smoke out the lower lash line. The S33 and the shade Cosmic right here, and use that as the inner highlight. Going to apply Pat's mascara. This is the Fetish Eyes mascara. And I did pick up finally, a Pat McGrath eyeliner. And I have been using it, and oh my gosh, what took me so long? I got the shade Black Coffee. It's like a dark brown, so I'm going to put that in the waterline. So this first look is done. We pretty much used every single shadow in the palette, which I'm not mad at. Now, let's create another look on the other eye. The G34, going into Venomous Void. I want to go into this shade here, Odyssey, from my lid color, and I'm actually going to apply it with my finger. This one, of all of the shades, I notice is the most crumbly, but it's not like a deal breaker for me or anything, but I did want to mention it. So I'm just going to pat that on my lid. Then just going back in with that same G34 fluffy brush. Let's smooth out that harsh line. And I'm just going to tap into that Venomous Void shade just a little tiny bit. Just so that everything is smooth and seamless. I'm going to take this shade here, Cosmic, and the W21, and use that on my inner lid. Now, I'm sure as you can see, these shades are very similar. The Cosmic is a lot more pink, and the Odyssey is a lot more purple. But when you have them together, they definitely look pretty similar, but they work nicely together. They complement one another. I will say that. Going in with the T05 and Smoked Amethyst. Let's put that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the W36 and go into Smoked Amethyst. Just a little tiny bit. I didn't want to per se smoke out the outer V. I just wanted to kind of bring up what we did below. And then with no additional product, just smudge out the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with that same pat eyeliner. As tempted as I am to do lashes and liner, I do want to just leave it with mascara so that we can see the actual shadows, which are beautiful. So the first look we used all of the shadows in the palette, and then with the second one we used 4 out of 6. So here we are. Now, I'm going to show you that I did get a little bit of fallout. Let me get nice and close so you can see. So I did get a very small amount of fallout, but I wanted to show it to you before I dusted it off. But I know that that's mostly from when I put that glittery shade on the lower lash line, because before that there was very little. And even now it's still very little, but I wanted to show it to you. I'm just going to take my brush and just dust that away. And you can always do your eye makeup before you do your face makeup. Not a big deal. Alright, let's try out this lipstick here. This is Nude Astral, and this is a balm, so I feel like I'm just going to get like a little glittery goodness. Here's a swatch of it again. So pretty. I'll be honest with you, if they didn't offer this in like a bundle, I don't think I would personally purchase this. I don't usually wear glittery lipsticks, but let's give her a try. Oh, wow. It's interesting. I will say it does not feel gritty on the lips. It feels very reminiscent of the just regular balm, very smooth. I don't personally think I would wear a bold eye with this lipstick. I think this lipstick is fun. It's very comfortable. And if you're into these, then you will love this. So, this little beauty is just that. It is a beautiful palette. It is fun, the collaboration. I know I saw a few people somewhat surprised that Mother Pat would collab with such a franchise. Digging a little bit deeper, you will see Pat is into this futuristic space kind of vibe. She's into it, and I think it works, and I think it's a beautiful collaboration, and I'm kind of lucky to have gotten my hands on it. I really think that the palette performed well. It is what we've come to expect from Pat. The quality was there. The colors are beautiful. And again, in this palette, there was only one existing shade to my knowledge. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. So yeah, that's that with the palette. I think that you can definitely come up with some beautiful looks. You can get nice and bold, or you can just use one shade and head out the door. Now, when this did launch, I know it sold out pretty quickly, and she did offer like to sign up for an email for updates. So I'm hoping that she re-releases this, because this really is a beautiful collaboration, and it would really be nice for everyone to get their hands on products. I'm kind of over this, let's make less than we know we need so that it's more of an in-demand product, so that it sells. I mean, I get it. It's marketing. It's sales. I get it. But at the end of the day, as a consumer just like you, I just want to get something when I want it, you know? So that's kind of like a thing. Now, regarding this lip balm, this glittery, fun lip balm, it's not something that I would have purchased if it wasn't offered as a bundle, but I'm glad that I did, because it is fun. I think that if I wear this, I need to definitely be wearing a more toned down eye look so that this can be the star of the show and not everybody competing together, you know? But it's a nice formula. It's very smooth. It's a balm. It's just like the original balm. It's very moisturizing, very smooth, very nice. So that concludes my thoughts, my demo, my swatches of this beautiful palette and this lippy. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Subscribe if you haven't. I do have the other palette coming up next. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay beautiful. I will see you soon. Bye.